morning. Welcome back to the homestead. So glad you could join me today, or us today. I'm going to get started on mudding and taping this cottage here, the one we got all the sheetrock done on. The mud's been sitting in the RV for about a day and an overnight, so it should be decently warmed. The cottage has had the lights on, two 300-watt halogen lights on inside since yesterday. So it's actually, I don't know what the temperature is in here, but it's not too bad. It's fairly warm. At some point I'll probably have to take my coat off. So anyway, I'm thinking we just need to get started. Start on a big wall and move from there. See how it goes. This is our drywall tape, drywall mud, taping trough, or mud trough. I'm not very fast at doing this because I haven't done it a whole lot. I mean, I've done it, but not a lot. So I will be using a 4-inch broad knife for the initial laying of the mud when so I can put the tape on. And then we'll follow that up with about a 10-inch knife to get a better float. But just to get the tape on, we need to get mud in the corners or on the seams themselves, and then lay the tape in, and then put a thin layer of mud over the top of that, and then we'll flatten it or smooth it with the bigger knife. That's my plan. We'll see how that works. Seems I keep forgetting to turn the camera back on. Shame on me. Anyway, got that wall mostly done. I still have to do the horizontal in the corner. But I need to go get some water. Getting cramps in my hands. So I'll be right back.
Today is a wet, cold, drizzly day. And it's no fun being out here. As a matter of fact, you know what's not fun? Clearing trees. Lee, he dropped the trees, but now they need to be picked up. And you know, when we first came to the property and we were dropping trees, there were trees just everywhere, and we were dropping them and we were finding clearings, and we were so proud and so happy, and then we, you know, burned them as we went in many cases, and in other cases we dropped them and we were going to come back to them and clop them all up. But spring happened and grass grew through them, and they got kind of buried underneath all this grass, and we moved on to other projects and we just kind of left them there. We said we're not doing that anymore because that was a really painful experience cleaning those things up. So anyway, we said we drop them, we clean them, we drop them, we clean them. We're also supposed to be burning them, but we can't burn them when it's windy or when it's raining, or, you know, You know the stuff. Anyway, it's no fun dropping them anymore and clearing them because it takes a while. It's a lot of clopping, it's a lot of cleaning, it's a lot of piling, it's a lot of, it's getting old is what I'm saying. But it has to be done, so that's my task today. Come on with me. Okay, it's just down to the branches now where I need to put them in the wheelbarrow, stack them up, and get them out to the burn pile, then stack them up on top of the burn pile. And if you're watching and you didn't see the tree come down, then you're probably thinking to myself, why was I complaining about doing that? Why? That looked easy. It didn't look like that it took that long. And this is why I was complaining. As you can see, this was only one branch of the tree that forked in 4 different directions. The other 3 directions are over there in that pile, and therefore that's going to take a lot more work.
I don't know.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this part cleaned up first, and then we'll start tackling that one. Maybe, maybe not, don't know. But let's just take care of this for right now and see what happens. Okay, you know what? Before I continue, the camera's getting really, really wet because that drizzle is starting to be a little bit more. And so I just saw the camera's getting wet, the microphone's getting wet, and I looked over and the storm shelters are just all wet. So clearly it's drizzling more than I thought it was. I should have known since I can't really see through the glasses too well.
Apparently the battery died on the camera, so I'm not really sure how much you missed, but I've made it down to here, now to here. Anyway, I'll go get a new battery and we'll continue on. Well, I have done varying amounts of drywall work, and none of it really amounted to much of as far as, temporary office rooms built in the garage. I've done that twice or three times now, and I'm not really particularly good at it. I don't particularly know what I'm doing. I have a general sense of what I think I should be doing. Those of you out there, if there are any that are actual drywallers, know by now that I don't know what I'm doing. But it's okay. Just because you don't know the right way to do it or the professional way to do it doesn't mean you can't do it. It may take you twice as long or three times as long, and you may wind up sanding off a bunch of mud and then having to add some more. I have kind of the same approach to body work on cars. I was talking to back and forth with one of the viewers the other day, and we kind of likened it to this is just like body work. And when I do body work, yeah, the end result eventually is good, but it takes me a lot longer. I don't have the feel or the flair or the training for it. The same with this. So yes, I probably should float it at the same time I tape it. I don't know. I really don't even know if that's supposed to be that way. I'm trying it different this time than I have in the past because it hasn't come out as well in the past that I wanted it to. So I figured I would tape it, make sure the tape is good and stuck, let it dry, scuff it if I need, or block it if I need to, if there's any big chunks or anything in the way, and then float it. That's my thinking. That's what I'm going to do. We'll see how that works out. The key thing here is that I am a do-it-yourselfer. I'm a jack of many, many trades. I have done everything there is to do pretty much for a living, and including remodeling and that kind of stuff. I've done a lot of remodeling for ourselves, for Brenda and I. I completely remodeled one house. My daughter bought a condo years and years ago, a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, and it was bad, pretty bad. And we stripped it down to nothing. Now, when it came to the sheetrock and texturing and all that, we put the sheetrock up where we needed to replace it, but the texturing and taping and all that we left to the professionals. And they did a really nice job. I could have done it, but I don't know that it would have turned out as well. But that's okay. The least you can do is try. Brenda has a famous saying, and I say it's famous in our family. I've probably mentioned it before. And it's, how hard can it be? Somebody else did it. That's right. Somebody else with training or no training, or a knack or no knack, has done it. So that's what we're doing here. Pretty much everything we're doing. I've done a lot of building over the years, but sheetrocking is kind of that area that I don't like. I'm not a big fan of bodywork either. And I guess the biggest reason is I've never become really, really good at it. I can do bodywork. I can do sheetrocking. And we are going to texture this in here, so if it's not perfect, that's okay. You're not going to see the seams because we're going to texture it. I have a texture gun. Yep, it's a cheap one. Harbor Freight, bought it 25 years ago. But we're still going to do our best to texture it in here so that it looks a little better. A little more like homes. This is our guest cottage. We really do want it to turn out well. So that's why the extra work. If this was a storage shed, trust me, I wouldn't be doing all of this stuff. But anyway, you can do it too. I was talking to somebody at Lowe's the other day who was trying to do a DIY project. And I told him, I said, you can do it. You can do it. Watch YouTube videos, Google it, whatever. Figure it out, but you can do it. So can you. All right, back to the mud. Well, okay. I'm done in here for today. We had some things that came up we had to go take care of, so we took care of them. Anyway, thank you for watching. God bless you. We'll see you next time on the homestead. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share with your friends. Bye now.